Hey, we're live. Hey, good morning. Hey, it's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. It is 6:40. We're an hour later than the 5 a.m. hour, but we're working on it. Getting back in there. Gotta get there because, man, there's too much stuff to do. Kids got to go off to school in about 20 minutes. So, got to get them all done and ready to go out the door. This is our 516th episode. I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach, and here we talk about Scrum and Agile in a practical and tactical way. Today, I'm going to get a little more lofty on why Scrum is fun and Agile is good. And we do it so we can bring value to the customer, not work crazy hours, get back with family and friends, and have a little fun in the office and when we get out of the office, right? That's the idea. So, first off, I want to say congrats on New Zealand for launching a rocket this morning at 2 o'clock in the morning East Coast time. Good for you. And then SpaceX is launching their rocket. Supposed to go off and launch a rocket today. So again, I think the software challenge people like, oh, it takes for a while for us to release code, blah, blah, blah. Like once a month. I'm like, they're launching rockets off every month. They got all kinds of software on that sucker. So unless we're doing some radical change, which is what I would talk about, what's our excuse, right? Because you can remember, they got to change their software, adapt it for the new satellites, the new product, what's going on. They're collecting new data. They're collecting data all the time, keeping the engines running. Maybe there's the engine mods. Who knows what's going on in that? Maybe electronics. When I was an obsolescence guy, I used to do that for the Army. I had to monitor electronics obsolescence for all their vehicles. They've been running for a while now. I bet you there's a lot of electronics obsolescence that's about to occur. Every 3 years to 5 years, the cycle kicks in. So they got to update their software so they can keep launching those rockets. Anyway, congrats again for New Zealand for Rocket Lab for their launch today, and for the U.S. for SpaceX doing its thing. And pretty cool. It's a wild time to be in here. Anyway, so what is I talking about? I brought this up, and it kind of lends into what I wanted to talk about. And again, I write these things in. Like we talk about sprints and not putting so much of backlog. I write some things a few days ahead of time if something really sparks my eye when I read a book, or, what book was I looking at yesterday? I had this book. I was like a lean startup the other day. You never know what's going to pop up in these things. Taking a class, taking an SPC class, going to a meetup. And I wrote, resting on a good thing. My question for you is, why not leverage it for radical change? And that's the beauty of Agile and Scrum, right? In the old days, when I was younger, people would talk about, a year or two or something, we're going to put out something new. Why? Why not in this new Agile world, say in a month or two, we're going to put out some new product line, new something good for the customer. So many people are used to resting. Let's look at Netflix. I mean, they always love to talk about the story of Blockbuster, right? Technically, Blockbuster had everything. They probably could have been the next Netflix if they didn't rest on what they had, resting on their good thing. They would have changed. They probably could have run it. Same with that Redbox, right? Redbox could do it too, because they actually have physical locations. They could have gone digital like Netflix. There's nothing that prevented any of these companies becoming Netflix. But let's look at Netflix, what they've done and how they've changed. And they didn't rest on a good thing. Netflix mailed stuff in the mail, right? So they used to, you go online, pick a thing, and they would mail you a video, right? Just like a lot of other things would do that. And then you put it back in the mail and mail back. So that was the way they started. It wasn't digital much, but you could pick those things. They haven't figured out how to do it, but they worked on it, right? So they didn't rest on it. They were cornering the market on these videos, right? And then they went to online video where you can download the video. Okay, they could have rested there too. Did they? No, they did not rest there, right? But all these other big conglomerate type things, they rest there. And we do good things, we just keep maintaining this. And in the agile world is like, why? Why do you need to keep maintaining? Why not go and, if we do things right and put things together right the way we're supposed to, and not take 2 years to do it, we can come up with a new radical product. Now look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing. Now, then they went to live video content where you can go on Netflix through the internet, because the capability, and the capabilities, we're at 5G on the cell phones, right? The capabilities there, it's going to get better. It's still the T1, the fiber and the Comcast cable type thing. High speed stuff, right? You got high speed, never had that before. I remember when I had the wire freaking phone lines in here with the phone company to get a higher speed cable connection when I first started back in the 90s. I had an extra line coming to my house to the back on an old pole that was been around for about 100 years. And then now they got their own content. So they didn't stop at let's just provide video to our customers via the internet. Then they went into let's own our own content. Let's even make more money on this job. Let's build our own content and put it up on the internet. It's going to transform again. I don't know what it's going to be. I would love to be a product owner on there and come up with new marketing vision for Netflix. What would be the next level? But but no matter what business we're in, that's the beauty of Agile. You get stuff done, you deliver it. Of course, you monitor, maintain it, but if we did the automation part, a lot of that's still good. So if you find a bug, it's not hard to tweak it. And then you build off of that, and you're not worried so much in the past because you automated all your test routines, automated a lot of processes to make sure everything's still working okay, so that you can go ahead and release your brain to think about the next generation, the next business value that you're going to deliver to your customer. That's the mentality you need to get. That's truly the agile mindset. All this little tinkering with shit, that's not the agile mindset. It's about the money. And I know, money. It's about the money, right? Think of it. You deliver something good. It's in the customer's hands. You have stuff set up, automated. You wrote your code. Everybody kind of contributed to it, and you got it out in a decent time period. That frees your mind up to work on the next thing that's going to bring value into the company. That's how you get your bonus checks, by the way. It's not by maintaining the same code and tweaking it a little bit and making sure the little bugs are not there. That's not where you make money. And no one really likes to do that shit anyhow. They don't like it. It's not as fun. It's not as challenging from a mental perspective, right? And if you got really good developers, they go, we did that. It's accomplished. It's done. Maybe they do some things to tweak it and learn from that. So the next generation of stuff they build has those things. Hey, we should have incorporated that kind of capability into the software. That should be part of the next generation of software. That's DevOps, by the way. You develop it, goes out there, you figure things you should have done. Take all that support structure and blend that into the next round of something called release. So that's all I wanted to talk about today, because I wanted to say, people are out there doing radical transformation, radical deliveries, radical value delivery to the customer. Got to have that mindset. What's the next big thing? I did this. The machine thing ain't the one that's going to take over the marketplace. We just keep cranking code. I'm just going to crank code. I'm just going to crank code. That's not how you're going to dominate the marketplace. The way you're going to dominate the marketplace is, cool, I got that done. Cool, what's the next thing we're going to do to dominate the marketplace that blows our competition off the board? See the different attitude? Do you have that attitude in your office? Do you have that attitude in your teams? A lot of companies don't. The ones that really do, and it's not a question, let's beat my freaking employees down to a pulp or whatever. That ain't the attitude. I want to go beat the customer. Your attitude, you're beating your own. And sooner or later, they're going to realize it. They're not dumb people. But that's what I have today. It's a midday. Sorry, that's a Wednesday talk. But think about it. Get that delivery what's the next radical transformation thing that you can deliver as an agile? That's the agile mindset. All the other stuff, it's nice, it's good stuff, but it's not radical, right? We're in a radical time. They're freaking launching rockets every freaking month. There's like 5, 6 companies now that the government's out of the way, launching rockets. Of course, some people want to have only one and be the master of everything. But there's like 5 companies. Virgin's out, Blue Horizon, Rocket Lab. There's a UK company getting ready. Well, maybe that's Virgin, but Virgin has 2 of them. SpaceX, and then there's the ULA government, big defense contractor type guys that haven't launched crap. Let me think about that. They're not going to need a big rocket to launch the little microsatellites. Anyway, it's Wednesday. Have a good day. I got to take the kids to school. Give us a thumbs up if you like the show. Again, think about the next radical thing you're going to do. Ring the bell. I got to think about the next radical thing I'm going to do too. And I wish you all the best today and happy scrumming. Take care. See ya and bye.